So, you got cut from the team. Here's how to make sure the coach can't ignore you next year. My first piece of advice for you is to figure out if you are actually willing to try again. If you don't love basketball enough, why put yourself through all that trouble to get to a point where you don't want to be at? Figure out where you want to go in life and pursue that. If it's basketball, great. Keep watching this video. The second piece of advice is to have no excuses, because they won't help you. I remember when I was cut from a team back in my heyday. I sound like an unk right now, but when I was younger, I was cut from a few teams, and I made excuses. But it wasn't until my dad said this to me. He said, "Mark, look, there's only one reason why you didn't make that team. It's because you're not good enough right now." And that changed everything for me. Because having my own dad say that to me really put everything into perspective. I'm not good enough as a basketball player yet. But then my dad followed up with that by saying this: "You have the work ethic of a champion, and I believe in you. But right now, you gotta stop making those excuses." Okay. And that's what I did. I stopped making excuses, and I worked my butt off for all these years, and I'm grateful that I did it because I love the game. If you have that same love for the game, I imagine you'll do the same thing. Number 3, try to get involved. If you got cut from a high school team, maybe it wouldn't hurt to just talk to the coaches and say, "Hey, look, I'm willing to help you out in any way that I can, whether that be being an extra practice player or something along those lines. I'm willing to just be around the program because I love basketball." I don't see any hurt in that. Just don't be too pushy about it, and don't be annoying about it. If the coaches clearly say no, get out of here, leave. Okay, don't get on their bad side. But coaches are always looking for new practice players. They don't want anybody to get hurt, and they want to keep their guys healthy. So you might want to just say, "Hey, can I be involved?" Because if you are involved and the coaches know your name and they know your face, that may help next year at tryouts. Number 4, this is advice that I got from Kobe Bryant, not personally, but I've learned it from him. You got to play catch up. If you're falling behind, you got to play catch up. Even if you're at the head of the pack, act like you're behind. What that means is, if everybody else is working out once a day, I need you to work out 2 times a day. If everybody's working out twice, work out 3. You have to make up for the lost time that you had. Let's say I started playing basketball in 8th grade. Somebody else started playing in 6th grade. That's 2 years I have to make up. So after the course of 1 year, if I'm working out 3 times a day, they're only working out once, I can make up a lot of that time. Number 5, attention to detail. I need you to pay attention to your diet, your lifestyle, what time you get to bed. All these things are going to help you as a basketball player. They're going to help you as an athlete overall. And the other players that aren't focusing on that, they're going to fall behind. And you're going to gain an advantage from it. I'll give you a personal example about the diet. Last season, I weighed about $145, and now this year, I've gained 12 pounds since then. So I'm about 157. And through that time, I've been checking MyFitnessPal, logging everything every day. That's a great tool, by the way. I noticed something. To get 3,000 calories a day is pretty difficult, especially on some days when I wouldn't eat breakfast. So I used to supplement like junk food to get those last couple hundred calories, because having hearty foods, I was just too full to do it. And that was not good. Not a good thing to do, because dirty bulking is not the way, man. Don't just say, "Oh, if it fits the macros," all that crap. Eat healthy foods, because that'll help you play at your best. Number 6, have faith. I'm going to give you a couple verses. Philippians 4:6-7. "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus." You may be upset that you didn't make the team. You may be worried that you'll never get to play basketball. But stop worrying about it. It's not going to help you. Excuses and worry will not help. Use this as a rite of passage for yourself. You have to become a man and face life head on. So do not be anxious about anything, because 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 says, "God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." Alright, man, now that you know how to bounce back from getting cut, be sure to check out this video on how to unlock your confidence in basketball. But as always, keep God first. Good luck, bro. I'll see you, man.